from the University of North Carolina School of Media and Journalism, covering the full range of Tar Heel athletics. This is Sports Extra.
Carolina football is headed down to the 305 for a big-time matchup with the Hurricanes as Sam Meza and company pounced on the Panthers for a bounce-back victory. Welcome to Sports Extra. I'm Caitlin Schmidt.
And I'm Barbara Joy Tillman. Thanks for joining us. But before we get to football, the UNC women's soccer team put on a show against the Pittsburgh Panthers on Dorrance Field Thursday night. Forward Sam Meza got the Tar Heels on the board first with the shot from the outside the box that skidded past the Pitt goalkeeper. Carolina struck again when midfielder Paige Tolentino whipped across into the box that found the head of the defender, Tori Hansen, for a goal. The Heels scored a third first-half goal when forward Talia Della Peruta shot a screamer that hit the top right corner of the net. Forward Maddie Deline added an insurance goal in the second half to secure the 4-0 victory.
Obviously, it's been a hard process coming back from injury, and just to continue to get minutes under my belt, to get on the field and protect my teammates, and to kind of solidify me coming back with a goal and assist. Like, it's just such a great moment, and I'm happy that I can help the team out in that way. Obviously, coming off our loss, it was really important that we came out with fire today, and I think
to explain how the Tar Heels were so dominant offensively, let's go to women's soccer analyst Olivia Mondorf to break it all down. Olivia?
The second half troubles the Heels have faced in losses this season were long gone on Thursday night in the 4-0 victory against Pitt. The theme of dominating on offense was a major factor, and the scoring started early. We've known Sam Meza to be a defensive stopper for the Heels this season, but last night she was the spark that put the offense in motion. From about 20 yards out, Meza takes a nice outside touch to her preferred right foot, and there's only one angle she can make this shot. That's from the bottom right corner, which she converts to put the Heels on the board. Last week, I talked about how Tori Hansen was most effective on offense when she scored off the header, and last night she did just that. Let's take a closer look. Off the corner kick, Talia Della Peruta kicks the ball out to Paige Tolentino, and she places it right at Hansen, who's positioned at the top of the six, and scores with another header to put UNC up 2 on the Panthers. Instead of going straight for the header, the Heels used that extra pass for Hansen's 4th goal of the season, 3 of which have been off the header. The clean, quick passing that can translate to scoring continued in the second half, with Maddie Deline's 1st goal of the season. As one of the fastest freshmen UNC has ever seen, Deline speeds up as she gets the ball off the Emily Colton assist and passes 3 Pittsburgh defenders, goes one-on-one with the goalie, and scores. And she shows that this team can play a complete 90 minutes. The Heels will look to build from this complete game and continue their win streak when they take on NC State on Sunday at Dorrance Field. Caitlin?
Thanks, Olivia. The Carolina football team is traveling to Miami Gardens to take on the Hurricanes tomorrow. The Tar Heels come into the game after dominating the Virginia Tech Hokies by 31 points last week. Redshirt freshman Drake May comes in tied for first in the country in passing touchdowns with 19. As an offense, UNC is tied for 6th in the country for points per game at 45.4 points. The Tar Heels look to stay undefeated in ACC play and undefeated on the road. All right, BJ, huge matchup for Carolina this weekend. Who is your offensive X factor going into Saturday?
You know, Caitlin, it's really hard to choose between Josh Downs and Antoine Green.
Okay, well, I was so nervous at the early in the season when both of them went out for injury, but they were back for Virginia Tech and Notre Dame, and the difference on the field was noticed.
Absolutely was noticed. I mean, Antoine Green had 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games, and Josh Downs had his first 100-yard game against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, so I'm crossing my fingers that they can keep up this offensive momentum against Mario Cristobal's defense.
Absolutely, me as well. And now transitioning to the other side of the ball, the dominant tandem of linebackers Cedric Gray and Power Eccles are bringing some life back into the defense. Gray has recorded 54 tackles and 2 interceptions, including this one in the Virginia Tech game. Eccles has recorded 44 tackles and 2 sacks. The Tar Heels look to get another win tomorrow against Miami, and the defense will have to step up again.
Tonight at 7:30, live action with Carolina basketball will mark the beginning of the men's and women's basketball seasons. The event, once again hosted by BDOT, will include player and coach introductions, a three-point shooting contest, and a scrimmage featuring both teams. Excitement has been high for the upcoming season, and Live Action will offer the first opportunity to see both teams on the court. Both teams are looking to build off of their successes from last season, the women's team reaching the Sweet 16 and the men's team reaching the national championship game. Admission is free and doors will open at 6. So much talent coming back this season, and thankfully one star on the court is Sports Extra's very own. Let's go now to number 25, Deja Kelly, to get us pumped up for Live Action. Deja.
It's about that time, Caitlin. Basketball season is upon us as we get ready for some live action tonight in the Dean Dome. Chapel Hill is looking to kick off both the men's and women's basketball seasons as there's a lot of hype around them. There's a lot to look forward to on the men's side as star players Armando Bacot and Caleb Love return in hopes of bringing a chip back to the Hill. And on the women's side, we're definitely going to see them be Final Four contenders as they're returning 4 core starters in myself, Alyssa Etzby, Kennedy Todd Williams, and Anya Poole. This Miss Center will be erupting with energy tonight, celebrating the two teams, so get ready, and I'll see you there.
Thanks, Deja. I know I'll definitely be there. The North Carolina field hockey team continues its 3-game road trip against Boston College today at 4 p.m. The top-ranked Tar Heels are fresh off their dominant 6-3 victory against the Liberty Flames on Sunday. UNC is led by senior forward Aaron Matson, who has found the back of the cage 13 times this year. Boston College has hit its stride lately, with Eagles capturing conference wins against Duke and Virginia. With the win, North Carolina would continue this perfect season and remain atop the conference standings. After falling in 2 heartbreaking matches, the UNC volleyball team looks to bounce back in ACC pairings this weekend. The Heels travel to Wake Forest for a matchup tonight at 7 p.m. They wrap up their weekend in Blacksburg against the Hokies on Sunday at 1 p.m. Sophomore Mabry Schaffmaster currently leads the team with 196 kills. Graduate transfer Charlie Nigo follows closely behind with 161 kills. The Heels will look to their powerhouse offense to help them improve their conference record.
The men's soccer team is back at Dorrance Field looking to find an offensive spark as they host the Virginia Tech Hokies under the Friday night lights. After falling to number 17 Clemson on Monday, the Tar Heels will look to claim their second win in ACC play. The Heels failed to score against the Tigers, a trend that has plagued them all season long. They'll look to 2 of their leading goal scorers, midfielder Milo Garbanian and forward Akeem Clark, to find the back of the net tonight at Dorrance Field.
The UNC women's tennis team continues to dominate at the ITA Women's All-American Championship at Cary Tennis Park. Singles players Fiona Crawley, Abby Forbes, and Carson Tangalig all swept their first-round matchup, while Annika Yarlagada fought for a comeback after a first-set defeat and shut down her Mississippi State opponent in the last 2 sets. In second-round play on Thursday, each singles player dominated once again and looked to keep the momentum in today's quarterfinals matches. In doubles matchups, Elizabeth Scotty and Abby Forbes swept their Ohio State opponents in the first round of main draw doubles and secured a win against Notre Dame in the second round. The Heels hope to continue their winning streak as they continue tournament play today. The UNC men's tennis team is also serving up the competition at the ITAs. In singles, Ryan Segerman advanced to the round of 16 after winning his match in straight sets. In doubles, Segerman and Brian Cernock defeated the University of Arizona to advance to the quarterfinals. The two face SMU today. Both the UNC men's and women's tennis teams have been ranked among the top teams in the nation in recent years, and now their facilities are catching up to match their success. Several donors have stepped up and are still looking to raise an additional $17 million to complete the project. The renovations include adding an up-to-date scoring system, elevated seating, and new lighting that meets the NCAA Final Four hosting standards.
The Diamond Heels showed out at the Bosch for Day 2 of the Fall World Series on Wednesday. Both Team Pry and Team Sandy came out swinging, with Mac Horvath and Vance Honeycutt ripping first-inning home runs for their teams. Pitching trio Connor Bovair, Cameron Paget, and Kyle Percival showed out for Team Pry and kept Team Sandy's offense at a disadvantage, striking out 7 and earning the 6-1 victory. With the series tied at a 1-1 stalemate, the winner will be decided at 3 this afternoon. The men's fencing team will travel to Minneapolis this weekend for the U.S. Fencing Association's October North American Cup. Defending ACC men's épée champion Eli Lipman will be on the strips, looking to add some silverware to his collection. On the women's side, senior Abigail Parker will lead the team, and freshman Ella Webb will make her debut for the heels and foil. They share the same name and the same team. Two UNC Carolina girls shared their journey together. Kyle Ennis has the story.
Dance goes back a long way for Caroline Thorne.
I started dancing ever since I can remember. I started dancing competitively in 2nd grade.
There have been some rough times since elementary school, and having a teammate's shoulder to lean on can make the difference.
Really nice to have a best friend and a sister and a support system on the team as well. This is our handshake.
That friend she leans on is the other Caroline on the team, Caroline Combs. But the two don't just know each other from the team. They grew up neighbors and have danced together for years. The two have sweet memories, whether at recitals, competitions, or even in-team solo performances. They've shared it all and encouraged each other.
She actually wrote me a letter telling me like I was going to kill it, and she drew like a little picture of us dancing. So it's super sweet, and it's definitely like something that I hold close to my heart.
The two support and always have pushed each other.
Dance-wise, we definitely were pretty competitive growing up, but I think it was a healthy competition, and it pushed us to be better dancers ourselves, but also brought us together as friends.
That friendship will go beyond the years of Carolina.
Caroline's gonna be in my wedding, and maybe we'll go on family vacations together. I don't know. We're gonna be in each other's lives for the rest of it, so it's really cool.
UNC One Love One Team!
I'm Kyle Ennis, reporting.
Caitlin, the story of the two Carolines is so heartwarming, but, I think I may have seen you on some of those background shots.
Okay, another ginger who dances a lot. I might have a doppelganger. BJ, that definitely was not me. But we have an update on the women's ITA All-American Championships. Elizabeth Scotty had to retire in the first set, losing 5-1. Carson Tangley defeating teammate Abigail Ford's 2-0, and Fiona Crawley is tied with her opponent at 1 set each, and Annika Yarlagata is beating her opponent 1-0. That does it for this edition of Sports Extra.
We'll be back on Monday for a full weekend recap of Carolina athletics.